Welcome back to the channel, baby. And I said in the last video that I'm going to release a couple today, and then I'm going to fill back up. I have not done videos for 8 days, and I'm sorry about that. I've done videos with my bride, as you would do. But for this channel, I have not, and I felt like I've neglected you. I'm sorry for that. As you saw maybe in the first video, I've been redoing the studio and put soundproofing up. And now I moved the desk where now you can see more of the studio, now that you wanted to, but that's what's going on back there. That's what I've been working on mainly. And also I've got a new computer that I'm dealing with, trying to get it set up and everything else. So, so I did one earlier, and I hope you go check that out as soon as you see it's been released. Should be later today. And what am I doing now? Well, I'm going to do, this was a request, and again, I'm sorry, if you guys request something and it's requested on YouTube, that's fine, I'll take a picture of it. This was more recent, because I did Casey Musgraves and John Prine doing a song that he wrote, and that was, again, probably not too long ago, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And but it was on the YouTube channel, and I cut off, and I took a picture of it. I cut off who sent it to me. And again, it is fine. If you sent this to me, raise your hand. If you did, that's fine. But I'll put in the description, and I will on the other one as well, that where to reach me. I have an email address. It's Anothercoverlover at 16 at gmail.com, and that's really the best place to send those requests, because the name is right there, everything I need is right there, and I've got a couple people that are doing that, and that's why you might see names on there more than yours. And I certainly want to be equitable in the release of videos. So send me some stuff, and here we go. This is John Prine. That's the way the world goes around, from the Newport Festival. So I think this is probably 2017. It's 2023, 6 years ago. 2024, 7 years ago. Right? Yeah. And so I want to say he died the last couple of years. Most of you know, had a lot of brain stuff going on. And my memory's not as good, although it's getting better as it should be. I was a big fan of John Prine. And I think I've said this on the last video and other videos, is I saw him the first time in Washington, D.C. And a girl named Juice Newton opened up for me. She was great. I mean, she had a song on the radio. I didn't care that much for her, but as far as her act goes, she was very, very good. And then that was in 1982, 83, somewhere in there, in Washington, D.C. And then I saw him again. He came to Columbia, South Carolina, in a small little cafe. I think it was Green Streets. I can't remember the name of it really. But it was just him and his guitar, no band, anything else. It was amazing. He's an amazing songwriter. Since I heard of this guy, and most of you know, watch my channel, I vary between what I like. I can like metal, I can like rap, I can like classical, I can like, and I particularly like John Prine's voice, because I like Willie Nelson's voice. Go figure. But let's see if you like it. And plus, he's an amazing songwriter. The pictures that he winds with, that he woven, that they're just in your brain, right? You can see what he's singing about, even though sometimes it maybe doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I know I don't make a whole lot of sense. So this is John Prine. Then we're going to do Norah Jones doing a cover, and I think there was a big thing for John, either right before he died or right after he died. But let's watch this. Newport Folk Festival 2017, John Prine live. There we go.
I know a guy that's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, kinda confused. Got muscles in his head, ain't never been used. Thinks he owns half of this town. Started drinking heavy, got a big red nose. Beat his old lady with a rubber hose. Then he took her out to dinner, bought her new clothes. It's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You up one day, the next you down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. I was sitting in a bathtub, counting my toes when the radiator broke. Water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak when the sun come through the window. The ice all broke, I stood up and laughed, thought it was a joke. It's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You up one day, the next you down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes around. That's the way the world goes round.
Wow, okay. I'm going to get this off here real quick and we'll discuss, and I'll put the other one up so we can get ready for the Norah Jones. I'll tell you that was a little hard to watch. I have not seen that. I have not seen that one, and it's hard to watch because of John Prine. He looks so frail, and to know that he someone corrected me. I said he died of cancer. I know he had cancer in his jaw, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being corrected, but he died of COVID. And so how long ago was COVID? I don't even know. Was it 3 years, 4 years? And so to watch him and then all the other artists that were on that stage at Folk Fest to honor him, kiss him on the head, and shake his hand and smile at him, and they just love John Prine. Why? Because John Prine was kind of the father. People think of Dylan, and I'm not taking anything away from Dylan. I love Dylan too, I really do. His again, singer-songwriter kind of stuff was amazing, and but something about John that just totally lends it something else to the music, and it can't be just his voice, because Dylan's voice was weird too, but to see the people honoring this guy at Newport, that festival, and so many people there, and I was thinking too about the little kid on the shoulders of the guy. He's not probably going to remember this when he gets older, but he gets to see a legend of this music when he's too old to even remember it. That's amazing to me. And hopefully someone will take the videos if they're allowed. But I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I hate that John's gone, man. But, you know, we all go at some point. So what I'm going to do next, as I said, was Norah Jones. And so I'm going to get this one up and get ready to go. It's the same song, but it's actually a cover of John. So let's get this up and get this going. All right, here we go.
I know a guy's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, Kinda confused, he's got muscles in his head, ain't never been used. Thinks he owns half of this town. Starts drinking heavy, gets a big red nose, and then he beats his old lady with a rubber hose. Takes her out to dinner, buys her new clothes. That's the way the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way the world goes round. I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes, when the radiator broke. The water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. But I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak, when the sun came through the window. The ice all broke, I just stood up and laughed. I thought it was a joke. That's the way the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round.
Imagine.
Okay, guys, let me get this off. Wow. I love her voice. I just love how she articulates. And this was basically, it sounds like it was done in her home, somewhere in her home, and she had a little spinet piano there. She was playing a 3/4 size Martin, which probably fits her hands and her body a little better than a full size Martin would. The things I've seen her do before, she plays full size guitar, but I love that that little guitar. We used to sell them, and I've got a little, I've got a baby Taylor in there. It's very similar to that guitar she was playing, and man, I love her voice. I love the kind of impromptu. It felt very impromptu, right? Because she wasn't all made up like she's in some of her other videos. And it's like she sat down and wanted to play John Prine song, right? It's like you went to her house and you're eating some lunch and it's like, hey, can I play you a John Prine song? Sure. And she's an amazing musician, great singer. And I want to say Jeff Kerr would have said this to me probably, because I want to say, again, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the first time I really started listening to Norah Jones was you. And I knew the name, but I didn't really know anything about her. And since then, I've done several things by her in comparison to other people. She did a very great version, reasonable version of the song, although it wasn't very long. But I think John Prine would have been well pleased if he was still alive when the song was done by her. So, guys, this is all I got today. Well, I'm going to do some later. I'm going to post these now, and I'll do some later. If you have suggestions, you can leave them here, or you can send them to anothercoverlover@gmail.com. Anothercoverlover16, don't forget the 16 at gmail.com. And I'll look at it there. That's probably a better place to send them. And those of you that Jeff and some of the Caribbean and some of the other ones, I think I got one for James Havercorn maybe. You guys are still waiting on some. I'm getting to them, I promise. I kind of forced this one a little forward because I had so many responses to it that I had to address them. But when John did the burn one with John Prine and Casey Musgraves, so I wanted to get this one in there really quickly. So guys, thank you for your patience, and I love you, and until, hey, hold on, when you're leaving, give me a thumbs up. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, okay? Share with your friends, because I say this every now and then, if you like it, as they probably will, hit the notification bell, so you'll see when I release stuff, and I haven't released anything in 8 days. So if you have that bell on, then you would see these releasing today. I think that's how it works. And comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I wish you would. We'd love to see you come on, be part of the family. We don't charge anything, just come on in. And I love you guys, and until next time, peace. Let's see if I get this right. Yeah, something.